そうだ、味方だぜ。
Yes.
Hello, and welcome everyone to D6, where I, RGM, bring together a bunch of friends from across the internet to play on a D&D live stream show. We're reaching towards the ending very, very soon. So before we jump on into tonight's game, after last week's endeavors, I want to give a huge shout out to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon who continue to support me and everything I do and the show and so much more. If you guys are interested in checking out the Patreon, please do go, and there are links down below that you can always find yourselves there. And the more that Patreon gets support, the more I get support, and the more this show can be well made, as we are going to be working on the next campaign somewhere soon. But that being said, let's go ahead and have the players awaken. May all rise.
Yeah.
Also, Caitlin's gonna be a little late tonight. Yeah, Caitlin's gonna be a little late tonight, as they just got off an airplane and will be here very soon. So
They're flying so fast.
yeah.
They've been on a plane. They've been on 2 different planes today.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Fucking layovers, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is your guys' last
tired.
possible day before Lumeria makes its way over. So
Wait, I thought we had 2 days.
the last game was the end of the day. Was the end of the
First
second
day.
day.
So yeah, that was the end of the first
Yeah,
day.
the first day.
Oh,
So
I
I
do
get-
apologize.
Yeah.
We have 2 days.
Yeah, well, is he going to arrive in the morning? Or not?
Who the hell wakes up at 5 a.m.?
Stop attacking us at 5 a.m., you ass. Yeah.
Right.
Also,
Alright.
the thing is that... Oh, that's true. We need to... You can go ahead.
I know. What else did you want to? Well, we'll go ahead and just start game right now. So, so that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into tonight's episode of D6. So, where we had last left off. After returning back to Aurario by the hands of the gods and finding out that they accidentally probably spent a little over a year in basically finding the gods, going to the banquet, receiving blessings, and meeting with the Rite, the first intelligent creature to bring forth every secret and knowledge of the universe. And returning, beginning their preparations for Lumeria, which had returned over the city of Lycia Bay. In possible coercion, Roya had sought out everyone in order to see if they'd be willing to give one last chance at the idea that they join him instead of fight him. After rejecting his offer once more, promised a show within the night sky. After everyone having some meetings, some conflicts, and last-minute preparations, Queen of Vale, who was attacked, and as the night came, as a show of power and force, killed a majority of most leaderships, as Roya cut them down before the entire world. As the night ends, full of crying and suffering and madness, you all turn over first thing in the morning, awaking almost as if the entire city has gone quiet in mourning of the loss of their king.
Well, riots.
There were definitely riots throughout the night. Unfortunately,
That wasn't quiet at all.
it's quiet
Well, we're
first
in
thing in
the
the
rich part of the
morning.
year, yeah.
Yeah, in the inner city, the outer city could not penetrate the inner walls of Aurario, but
Yeah, the common folk.
you definitely can see, especially as you're walking around, there's a lot of whispering, confusion, and sadness, especially within the inner district of the city.
Quick question, Yara. You just said that he went to everyone and asking them if they would join him. He just went to Canis.
He went to Canis and he went to
Yeah.
Daki as
Uh-huh.
a
I don't think he cares about the
projection.
rest of you.
That's
Yep.
not everyone.
Oh well, okay.
I don't think he sees the rest of you as
Nowadays.
important.
He assuming Canis being the leadership in this role was more than happy to seek him out.
He doesn't like you. Deal with it.
I was just curious because I was looking forward to throwing shit at his face.
Of course you were.
I'm like, he didn't talk to everyone. I didn't get a chance to talk shit to him.
So, as the new day begins, you guys, if you look out into the sky, you are beginning to actually see the castle as it hovers over the Great Plains, moving closer but also higher in altitude.
Okay, I'm sorry. The more I see that castle getting closer, the more I think about that moment in Monty Python. And look back.
I think of the angry moon from Majora's Mask.
Oh man, if it was a castle with an angry face, oh. Sorry. But I'm going to assume the first things that we need to do is, get in contact with the rest of the people who were involved in this, like the queen.
Well,
Or
she's here.
the other, well, she's here. Whoa. And the Draconia?
Jacovania, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently, right now, Garu has already solved that immediate problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
neat. Okay. So now that the king is dead, what is the situation here regarding the armies? Are they still fighting the other people, or?
Right now, you're not exactly sure who is in leadership roles. As far as you could possibly be aware, the 4 leading generals are well and alive to your knowledge.
Well, yeah, but they would be in the middle of the war.
Yeah,
What about the rest of the royal family?
Yeah.
you don't know.
We go ask.
Alright. So, who is heading to the castle then?
Well, Canis will be.
I'm going with you.
Looks like Gar will go too.
Likewise.
Wish you were back from Draconia.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a rather quaint visit.
How do you
Well,
get
until magic.
Sure.
Although once we're done with the generals and all that, there is some business I have to attend to afterwards here. So let's see if we can make this quick.
Mm-hmm.
Helena will follow along with you guys, as currently Caitlin's not here just yet, so might as well have everyone stick with the party. As you all begin to head to the center district, well within its castle walls, Canis, there are guards that are letting you through, as you do kind of have a bit more of a presence here. By the time you start making it into the main throne room, there are several different royals here, and all kind of converging at the same point.
By the time you start making out.
Look, the king just died and king
Sorry.
starts making out.
Sorry.
Damn, the queen moves fast.
You know what, man, I cannot fucking... I apologize for my lack of mentality right now.
You gotta show the homies you appreciate them. Come here. Mwah.
Yeah.
What a great time for a funeral.
Oh yeah. Oh no, not funeral. Okay.
But in this room, there are a lot of bickering royals within the room. Some familiar faces, some that are outside of your general knowledge, and you can definitely see as the princess sitting on the throne is kind of just pointing at her head, trying to think of what to do next. And next to her is a familiar face of Celia Solch, who is one of the 4 major generals within Auraria.
One of the ones we met at the beginning of the campaign.
Yep.
Also, the princess, your not future wife, case? I think you never came up with that decision.
I never did. I assumed that she had other suitors to begin with.
Could be dead by this point.
But in any case, he'll just walk in and, I guess, greet everyone.
There are definitely those, in recognizing who you are, not just only by face and name, give very polite handshakes, bows, and also various words of concern as what to do. There are a lot of lost minds here.
I take it no one has any idea as to what the hell actually happened besides us,
Not a clue.
or who this guy is. Or-
As far as they know, City showed up, and then this guy is like, I am important, I'll kill you kings. Is that the situation?
Which
or
is
do
most-
they-
As much information as anyone can gather.
Because we had told them about the King of Lumeria before, so...
Well, these royals are from all within the inner district, and none of them are ultimately privy to this information. Only
Oh shit.
really only the inner circle of the king and many of the alliances know about this. And you are well and aware that there being 2 individuals that live within Canis' household that have a lot more knowledge about Lumeria than anybody else.
Oh, did the other Lumerian move in with us? I thought it was just Isaac.
No, Stephen was very prominent in trying to assure that he stayed with his brother.
Makes sense.
But yeah, right now he probably is within war rooms trying to figure out what to even do or go about in this scenario.
Using any Lumerian knowledge to our favor?
As far as you guys could know, it's probably only within the generals that probably know a general layout of Lumeria.
No, I mean like the Lumerian may have some Lumerian knowledge, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, that would mean that Stephen and anyone that he talked to, more likely the generals, maybe the princess, would have any context as to what's going to be happening next, since Stephen more than likely recognized Roya.
Very much so. And as you guys begin to get closer towards the main throne, Princess, as she begins to slightly perk up, looks down to all of you and waves her hand off to Celia as she calls out to the rest of the royals within the room, just bickering about. It's like, that is enough! You are all to return to your homes until further contact is made. We will let you know what happens afterwards. You do hear a lot of infighting among the voices before guards begin to show them out.
Kick them. Get out of here.
And after a few minutes, as all these people begin to finally leave, that leaves all of you with the princess, Celia, and a quiet room.
And the queen?
Princess, the princess is the only one that's sitting at the throne right now. The queen, she's still resting in Canis' guest room.
No, I mean the queen of
Queen of Auraria.
Auraria.
Yeah.
The queen is not present.
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
The night comes along, he kills her again in the moon. God damn it.
Jeez.
I will now come for your queens next.
So, what's the situation?
Or at least how much of the situation do you know?
You can see as they both kind of pause to look down to this group. As far as we are aware, we know the threat that looms within the Great Plains, and we are getting the feeling that he is making his way here.
I want to lower the music here.
Yeah, please.
That's a little bit.
For some reason, it's really loud in the past couple of streams.
I just don't know. I just don't know why.
Well, you would be correct in the assumption that he is heading here. In about 2 days, he'll arrive.
My bad judgment is better to try to stop him before he gets here.
And if it's any consolation, the forces of Dracovania will be on our side as well.
We're split along the war with Excelsium, and as well as other particular matters. My father kept a lot of closely guarded military secrets, and now with him gone, I'm personally at a loss on what to do. As she looks towards Cilia, luckily I am at the benefit of some very war-intensive individuals. But the threat that's coming from the south is now having to take priority. But if we manage to move and swage our soldiers there, we open ourselves to Excelsium making its move. Right now it is a war of attrition. We can either hold back Excelsium and try to fight off whatever it is that Lumeria is making an assault to, or we move all of our forces away from Excelsium and try and fight back Lumeria. Or we thin everything in the north with the potentiality of them breaking through. And you can see as the stress is starting to buckle. We don't have a lot of moves left over. Even with the assistance of Dracovania, we are raggedly thin.
With the assistance of dragons?
Dragons aren't all that numerous, and they can't be everywhere.
Well, consider this. Maybe you don't have to prepare for war. All we need is a little window, and we can take care of the problem instantly. We have our target. We have a plan. All we have to do is just get that window.
Would it be overly presumptuous to believe that this entity would try and protect the kingdom from any outside forces?
Perhaps. Again, he is going up higher and higher as we speak. So long as we can figure a way in there, up there, we should be able to take care of it.
If it's going up and up and up, I think we want to avoid stopping him right on top of our area now. What if we stop him and just goes down and crashes on it?
Well, that's his goal if he loses to begin with.
Yeah, so we need to stop him before he gets here.
Or if anything, we need a contingency plan.
No matter what, we lose.
Are there any? I'm going to assume no, but any reports on closer to the city? Has anyone gotten close to it?
We sent a single warship in order to survey. Unfortunately, we haven't heard anything back.
Great.
Has there been anything from Excelsium since the incident last night?
As far as I'm aware, whatever the battle is going on, both naval and sky, they haven't stopped their assault. And as far as Rothschild has informed me, they're still fighting to the bitter end, at least tooth and nail.
If anything, they're saying this is a chance to do it better. So both the Lumeria and Excelsium are using each other as a means to take down this area. They're benefiting from each other. Great.
I don't know any other allies that we can rely upon.
None that can
None that
none
can get here
that
fast.
can get here. Yeah. In what, 2 days? Going to the next town takes like a week.
And the trains have been broken for years. Have those ever been fixed?
Those are running right now. It's taken a great deal of time, but thank God that they've been able to supply some of our outer areas in order to defend this kingdom, but
Do you have any magic circles set up?
we have a number. Many of the court mages could provide you with whatever you need, should you demand it. I'd be more than happy to provide that as an option, but
Can they get us a French Ganassi? Just throw that son of a bitch. Fixes everything. Let's see.
probably.
I can't really think of much. Like our allies are way too far, and if we try to get them here, might not be possible. I don't know what the situation with the Vale is. I don't know what the situation with the Emerald Enclave is. I don't know if they're fine.
I haven't heard anything, at least from the Emerald Enclave. I'm somewhat informed that something has happened within Vale, and they're falling from the inside.
They had a similar experience to what you had with the king dying.
Vale doesn't. And neither Vale nor the Emerald Enclave get a break, can they?
Never.
Everything goes bad for them.
Emerald Enclave has just been getting fucked for the last 40
He
years.
has not been able to be like. Boy. That place sucks.
They're the fucking handsome old man of fucking kingdoms.
Low Vandal is still in no position to help. They're still regrowing.
I could possibly open up channels to Dracovania for some evacuation efforts, but then again, there is a matter of distance.
Evacuation isn't exactly the problem right now. There's too little time to worry about that. It's simply having manpower to go deal with Roya.
Not to mention evacuation is already taken care of thanks to Helena.
How about some of the dragons we know personally? How about Glacial Trox? You think he would be up for this?
For a battle against a flying city that is meaning to destroy the world, I'm going to assume we would get him excited.
Oh yeah, he's very
Well,
excited.
I assume he is part of the Dracovania help.
I could check with them again just to be sure.
Goddamn Macho Man Randy Savage White Dragon.
Oh yeah.
In fact,
about
I actually have a channel to open to the queen, to the princess herself. Is gonna bring out the stone.
That
What about Lady
could be useful. Annalise.
Baby Alice? Is that the dragon
Annalise.
lady? Annalise?
Yeah, Lady Annalise.
Yeah,
Lady
your
Annalise.
your baby mama.
I wouldn't really call her that, but
Not you. I mean Canis.
That's-
The
oh,
That's
ice
not
dragon lady.
what that
Oh.
word means.
I don't know. She's taking care of your baby, isn't she?
What do you think
Wait,
Baby Mama
wait.
means?
I don't
Wait.
know.
Wait. Canis has a kid?
Yeah, the Red Dragon.
She didn't have more than anything.
I don't think Doki's. Oh no, she has. Here.
No, Doki
Yeah,
was there.
Baby Red Dragon.
Yep.
Yeah. Doki was there because Benedictus was born after Zahir.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, I must have slipped my memory then.
He doesn't heal up much. We keep doing a bunch of weird crap.
The red baby dragon.
Oh wait, now I remember. Must have slipped my mind during the. Oh wait, that was when I was in that phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your head was
I suppose you can say that.
glazed over.
Yeah, let's call it that. Just a face, ma.
She is also outside of Dracovania, so she's probably not on the up and up about that. We could contact her.
I mean, okay, I got a little confused. How did we see what we saw? Like the whole execution thing? Was that on the moon?
No, it was basically a massive projected image in several different places at once.
Gotcha.
The Jumbotron.
you
Jumbotron.
you live streamed it.
Yeah.
God. You could see the poggers on the chat going.
Yes.
Oh,
It's a giant tower with a Joker's face, and the mouth has a TV.
There's someone out there saying no, this is totally fake. 0 out of 10 on subbing.
A bunch of tier 3 subs after that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
then he just goes play. Then he plays Final Fantasy 14, the world-renowned MMO.
God, what if tonight he just streams himself in the bathtub? Jesus.
Anyway, moving forward.
Yep.
We're at a loss, no matter how we perceive this, but we're going to have to make a decision by the end of the day, or else we are not going to be in a position to fight any possible direction. The fact of the matter is that if we fight the war with Lumeria now, that leaves us open to Excelsium making an assault. If we fight the war with Excelsium, that leaves us open to assault from Lumeria. If we try and fight on both ends, we'll end up losing, depending
Now
on
wait.
who becomes victorious.
Now wait, hold on. Wasn't the entire fight of the Celsium because of the portals? Because they didn't know who was causing and you were blaming each other?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Well, we know the origin of it. That asshole on the flying castle.
It's not like
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's
We've
aiming to destroy the entire continent.
Surely you guys gotta agree on that aspect.
to which we've made every attempt to try and at least assuage that notion, but every diplomat that we've met with just simply ignored that.
Then why don't we give it one last shot?
Aggressive diplomacy.
I suppose you can say that. But I suppose a couple of the gods' champions walking up and explaining the situation would probably set things clear, don't you think?
Yep.
More than likely should.
Unless...
Who is the primary deity of Excelsium?
Yeah.
Would Canis
Era-
know that, or is it a...
You would know that. Historically, the primary deity is Erithus.
Bless you.
Oh,
No,
good.
bless
Who
you.
dat?
It is a very primal god being that of innovation, law, order, and also for a lot of aspects in this creature, very, very religiously tied to it's difficult to say this, the cleansing of the world through law.
Right.
So not exactly an evil god, but not exactly a good one either.
Worst case scenario, they were also infiltrated already. And that's why they won't listen, because the leaders, is that asshole.
Possibly.
So, if that's the case, why not arrange one last minute a peace treaty? If not to get their help, then yeah, exactly.
According to what she said, they are not listening. They don't want to reply. They saw the message on Facebook and left.
What's a
Yeah, that's a
Facebook?
dislike.
Wait. What's
What
a
is that
Facebook?
Facebook?
It's this. It just puts out the book with the face in it. Ah!
Called a mimic. Kill it.
They just saw the messages and then don't bother to reply. They won the war, I guess.
Give me a second. What are you saying?
maybe-
Okay, meta talk. All right, talking at meta talk. My meta suggestion spell is only effective for a day, right?
Pretty much. Only 24
And-
hours.
And the guy is supposed to come in within 2 days or 3 days or tomorrow.
The castle will be arriving by the nightfall. It will be close to Arario, but it will be hovering over Arario upon the third day.
We have no time.
Nah, there goes my idea. Fuck. Okay, there goes my idea. Be right back to get the use bathroom.
Well, why don't we invite them here?
Yeah, I can. One day, Garu.
But we do have teleportation spells, magic circles, and all
If you know
along the
where
lights.
Only if the person has a circle in the place that they are meaning to go. If they know the circle there. Teleportation is just something you decide to go randomly.
They also have the choice to just close off a teleport circle to anywhere important.
That is true.
We have literally no time and no resources. We have to go in raw.
And you can see as the princess, as she begins to stand up, I think it's be pertinent of me to take into consideration. We might only have one chance, if not only a one isolated opportunity to deal with what we need to deal with. And she looks down to you, Canis. What would you advise? Should we continue to wage war with the Celsium in hopes to protect the city, or should we fight Lumeria? in
How long would
hopes
it
that-
take to pull back from the fight with Celia? Or
And you see as Celia steps forward, we can try and pull as many as we can within the next 12 hours that are still within the northern borders, and try and defend the city. It will weaken the lines, but if they intend to fight within our land, then we will fight. And if we definitely have Dracovania's assistance, we can assure that there will be some form of protection, at least to the east. All of our efforts should go to the south and the southwest. And if they put boots on ground, we'll stave them off for as long as we possibly can. We do have one major benefit to this. And that's at least due to the natural resources that we do have. The high mountains and the canyons to the north will act as a buffer for a short amount of time. Their airships can't fly over it for the time being, but at least it will provide some defense as they try and manage through the canyons.
Do we have enough resources to, like, airships and people in the airships to go to the flying city?
We have at least 5 for the time being, seeing as how we initially had 6.
Have you made contact with the Church of Bahamut? And where are they in this war?
So far, at least the leadership there has made some active efforts to protecting the city. And that's as far as we know. After last night's fiasco, especially with the riots and many people who were vastly scared, many of the clerics and paladins who reside within Aurario had done their best efforts to appease the people.
So there's still plenty of them in the city.
Definitely.
So there's at least one resource we have.
At this point, I'm assuming that you'll be at least a leading officer in order to assure that the city remains peaceful for as long as we can.
I could have sworn
Absolutely.
Helena... Didn't Helena arrange that people would escape through the tunnels?
Helena,
I believe
Helena, along with Hassan, has opened the doors to the lower city tunnels in order to assure protection underground. It will add to the benefit against the war efforts, but as far as you guys are aware, not a lot of people are receiving this information fast enough. But
Obviously.
it will be made out to the rest of this day, as people will probably be seeking protection.
Okay.
The Yakuza is helping the poor people.
Yeah.
Well, still, I don't like the idea of leaving the door open to ourselves, I'm not gonna lie.
Problem is, we have to.
We don't even know what we are dealing with. Does he have an army of robots? Is that what we are dealing with?
As far as we are aware, there have been bombardments that have come down from Lumeria.
Bombardments.
Jesus.
Large rocks on fire.
What the hell is he doing?
He's
Making an
firebombing
entrance.
cities. He's firebombing his way along.
He's making an entrance.
Wait.
As soon as he gets in range, he's going to proceed in his efforts.
I feel like if we fly our way into his main... I hate having no information. Does he
Okay.
have a big tower where he's sitting? Does he have like a... Do we need to go through the city to find them?
Alright. Okay. Dagi pulls out her book again and rechecks the spell that was given to her. I'm sorry, or I need, can you, like...
There are 3 spells that are provided to you in the information that you do have. Each one is particularly made to either vault Roya into the astral abyss, to seal him within the divine gates, or to destroy him at the last possible second with a great counter spell.
Mm-hmm. Voldemort using counterspell. The counterspell. There was one about the sacrifice. For that spell, does the user have to sacrifice a person, or can they use any sacrifice?
It's not the. It can be the user, should they so decide, but it's after a bit more reading and researching, you come to the conclusion that it can be any designated target.
Can it
Maybe
be?
the creature? Or can we sacrifice a mouse?
It
Can we
has to be. It has to be somebody with an exceptional amount of power.
Could,
Ah,
could,
Very
a
strong mouse.
could we full mail alchemist this and sacrifice a whole group of people or army that causing trouble for
We
people?
cannot sacrificing
oh my
people.
god.
No,
Ducky!
no, I'm talking about like the armies that causing trouble. I was thinking about
You mean his army?
It is
yeah.
only. It is
It's a bunch of
isolated
robots.
to a single individual. You cannot use more than. You cannot. It is a direct target that acts as the chain that will bind the intended recipient to the divine gates.
Does the target need to be willing?
No.
I'm stepping away from Ducky.
River, I would never sacrifice you.
Well, in certain ways, they don't have to be willing, but the individual has to make a check. If they are willing, they don't have to make a check.
Maybe I can combo it. Okay, well, I don't have any spell that can fight off two armies at once. Okay,
Of course.
What were you-
What were you expecting?
I
So what
was
were you
I was
doing?
Summon greater army? What is this?
my first
Ducky,
my first idea was when we go to the meeting, I use mass suggestion on the group on like the politicians and convince them to work together.
But
and
Ducky,
but obviously, go ahead.
there's no time for a meeting. They won't listen to us. And if you enchant them, they are more likely going to retaliate after that's done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I decided. That's why I just scrapped it, because it's useless in this manner.
And for the other plan, you were gonna sacrifice an entire army to count as the sacrifice.
I mean, it will kill two birds with one stone.
I mean, yeah, that's a good idea, but too bad it doesn't work that way.
Yep.
Boy, it'd be way easier if we could just use their whole army as a pile of corpses to
That's what Naruto did to do the freaking resurrection shit.
Yeah.
Man, what a
But-
bastard. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's continue.
So, once again, all the options I'm hearing is we either let the other army attack us, or attack our area rather, or we try to go with lower numbers against the castle. Those are the two scenarios I'm getting. We will only have Tacovania to fight the castle. Am I getting that right?
that's as far as the information that you have.
If splitting an army seems to be too risky, then why don't we plan an infiltration?
I do have several spells that would benefit in this matter.
I don't know, because last time we got a chance to do that kind of stuff, even with okay, I'm going. Let's do a reference back to the fight in Lowbando.
Mm-hmm.
We got the armies for the distraction, and even with that, he was aware we were moving around. I feel like the moment we put our foot in that city, he's going to know. That seems how demigod seems to work.
Well, then maybe if not the city, then why don't we go for the castle itself?
Is in the castle of the city?
The castle in the city, yes.
There is a massive castle that sits atop of the city of Lumeria. Keep in mind, this is the entire lost continent of Lumeria.
Is it possible for? Oh, it's an entire continent. Okay.
I think it's more like a city-state.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Vatican.
Yeah.
Is it possible for our airships to fly higher than the continent is right now? We can't hear you, Hero. Can't hear
I
you.
can't hear you.
Yeah, can't hear you.
I can't hear you at all right now.
Uh-oh.
Did your
Uh-oh.
mic break? What the hell is going on now?
Technical difficulties.
Oh, no.
I cannot hear Yaro. He's dead. Nope.
Uh-oh.
I see you moving your lips.
Try rejoining Discord.
Nope. Nope. Nothing. Nothing.
Hello?
Ba, 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 ba.
What? There we go.
So-
There we go.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
Okay.
it's Discord thing,
I'm looking at the channel that we are in right now. You forgot the recording guy.
Oh, forget it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you now.
But we don't have your, you don't have your, like, camera.
The video up.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh.
Give me one sec. So,
There we go.
as far as you are possibly aware, there is a. Damn it! I lost my train of thought because I.
Because I'm liking the idea of we bring our airship higher than the castle, and we
Yeah.
just drop in, boys.
Oh, yeah,
As-
exactly.
As it is right now, you cannot paratroop your way down into the castle. As far as you are aware,
Why?
you can probably reach the lowest part of Lumeria.
That's as far as we can get.
That's as high as you could possibly get. You will not reach
What about
the
dragons?
top of
Can dragons
Lumeria.
go higher than that?
Technically, yes.
Wait a second.
Oh.
What? Wait a second. Why can't I just teleport us into the castle?
Because you will need to, you need to have a circle, or you need to be able to see inside of it, and the distance also affects.
And
And
we have
also,
no idea what defenses he has on his personal teleport circle.
Mm-hmm.
you don't even know what defenses he has on Lumeria itself.
Yep. We need to wear them
Mm. Seen let's see, permanent circle associated object. Very familiar. Seen casually view once. I mean, I did see him during the projection. Frustrating. This is so frustrating.
It is. We're going in blind to the entire situation. It's the worst.
Wait a
How many
second,
airships do we
Docky.
have access to?
Docky, hold on. Let's say if we can only get to the footstep of Lumeria. If we can get close that much of a distance, Docky, do you think your spell could have worked with such a small like vision that you had?
It might be. It should be possible.
What spell?
Teleport.
What's the range?
Let's see. Yeah, but it's based on a probability. Probability, like,
To which I would have to roll for that.
yeah, but it is
We end
doable.
up in France.
Yeah, that'll fucking suck. So we need a backup plan for that shit.
I also don't rely on magic right now because I feel like he's going to fuck us. This is a situation when the players are like, yeah, we can just get on top of the tower and we get to him, right? But no, the tower is going to be defended against our bullshit, so we need to go through the dungeon. Like, let's be honest. So, oh. And then infiltration, I like the idea of infiltrating, trying to be sneaky about it, but two things. One, we have Canis, and two, I'm pretty sure he's going to know we're there.
You get a sense of feeling that that would probably be a correct assumption that he would know that you're running around his city.
Yeah, because that's what demigods do.
And as River pointed out, I'm not subtle.
Maybe we can try to go from below.
The result is the same.
Looking back to Queen of Auraria right now, how many airships do you currently have in the city?
Currently, the princess.
Yeah.
5. We have 5 warships.
Well, it's better than nothing. But
But what about soldiers?
the Church of Bahamut.
Oh yeah, don't you have like 5,000 clerics or something like that?
Somewhere
However
closer
many are
to
left in the
around.
city.
As of right now, due to all the efforts in trying to calm the city, probably at your immediate command, you're still looking close to around 5,000.
Jesus.
We can still have that shot of all the guys from Monty Python. Let's go.
It's-
Hmm. God, I'm really curious. Wouldn't you get stronger if they believe in your god more? I don't know.
I'm not quite sure it works that way.
Like you just have a conduit of people that cheering you up and you get stronger.
Again, I'm not quite sure it works that way.
I've been playing too much Final Fantasy 14.
This isn't some power of friendship bullshit.
Primal.
Mm.
So.
Well, we do have dragons on our side. Maybe
That too.
maybe they can help us.
The dragons are going. Basically, the armies. The entire point of the armies right now is going to be the same as Low Vandal. It's the same situation. We need a distraction. It sounds horrible when I say it out loud, but it would need a distraction if we want to get to the main bad guy.
We can
I
turn
don't know
a
how much it
majority of our warships currently hovering over the Bordean Sea and have them come back at full force, but once again, we weaken ourselves to Excelsior.
I wish I could. If we had arrived a year earlier, we could have dealt with the Celsium.
Yeah.
And I'm just flipping the bird to the skies.
Let's see, wall of. Let's see, this. 120
Nice.
feet.
I say we only have one real option. Make it large enough distraction and send a small team in, including us and maybe a few others, and use the dragons to get up there ourselves.
We low vandal it.
I don't see any other option at this point, so why not?
You know,
If you want, I can
Wait.
contact the prince.
we do need to bring someone with us, though. If possible, the two of them. Isaac and Steve.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because if anyone knows the area of Lumeria better than anyone, it's going to be them.
That is a good point.
You see, as the Queen turns over to Cilia, bring Stevenson. He will definitely be useful in this endeavor. You see, as
Why are we trying?
the
Why are we
general
guessing
walk-
when we have someone who has been there? Granted, that
Exactly.
might be a little different, but
You guys wait a few moments before you see this short-haired, well-groomed, and fully armored individual as he reapproaches. I've been called for. And also some familiar faces.
oh there,
Good day.
Good to see you all once again.
we need your help, big time.
As of right now, I'm assuming all war efforts are currently on hold until we figure out what to do, so whatever it is you need from me, you can ask.
Lumeria
Princess.
knowledge.
Depends on what you're asking.
We need you to come with us to the city that is currently heading towards Orario to help guide us to the castle as quickly as possible.
If anyone knows the area better than anyone, it's going to be you and your brother.
Definitely possible. However, there does leave one thing in question, is its people. I'm not exactly sure if they're even alive, under influence, or whatever happened to my brother has happened to them.
From what the Lumerian king said, I believe they might have turned like your brother. But being there is going to give us a better chance of knowing that.
We'll be fighting the full force of Lumeria if we're walking into it.
We don't really have many options. If we don't do anything, they're going to destroy everything. If we don't try to stop them, they're going to get here. If we go and stop them, we are risking a lot, but better than doing nothing.
Wait, Doggy.
Yep.
Tell me, that teleportation spell you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Could you possibly use someone else's familiarity with it? Or does it have to be yourself?
It's not limited to myself. I can use someone else's familiarity.
You sure?
Wait.
Read your spell, my man.
I am reading. I'm reading. No, my bad. Nope. Gotta be familiar with me.
Okay, God, just in case. Metagame.
As far as you can, a description can really be based off of... You could get a really good description of Lumeria out of Stevenson, considering his former position there. You can kind of gather that if you got a description, it would be a roll of the dice to see on whether or not where your location will end up being.
Yeah, but the probability is high.
I
could use a description, but there's no guarantee that it'll succeed.
But there is a chance, right?
There is a chance, yes.
What's the worst that could happen? We get teleported to another continent?
Yes, or the sea, or a volcano, or any other place that could possibly make our day worse.
And once again, we don't know if he has defenses against teleportation, or scrying, or sneezing.
Which he more than likely has.
I do have one spell I haven't used, global invulnerability. It's 10 feet, the radius is like 10 feet, so it might be possible. No, I can't.
You wouldn't be able to get anybody else in it.
I could squish everyone in like a ball. No, but seriously, no. Okay. Only I can use it. Man.
Well, at the very least, it's a backup plan.
Yep.
Yeah, by what we know, like worst case scenario, he has like an anti-magic field or something.
So maybe all we have to really do is like actually get inside the city, where we're inside the anti-magic field.
Granted, we are making assumptions here.
Exactly.
What else do we have?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
At this moment, you guys begin to hear the door to the main hall begin to open, as there is a long silver-robed individual with gloriously silver long hair and very, very detailed features. A familiar face. Madame Elise is approaching.
That reminds me. Ducky,
Yep.
can you do detect magic?
Fortunately, I can only use Identify right now, so I don't have Detect Magic, sadly.
Could you learn that from Dominic?
No, I was asking right now just in case we were being spied on or there was someone disguised as. So.
Now that I think about it, I should ask him about that.
But continue, Madame Elise.
Yeah. As she does approach, she immediately walks up to Canis. And you didn't even say hi.
We have had an insane last couple of days.
You've had probably an insane year. You can see the very ice-cold silver eyes looking at you. He is well,
actually,
by the
it was
way.
about...
Thank
It's
you.
actually for a couple minutes to us.
My father has no idea how to keep track of time.
God's bullshit.
Gods probably just don't know how to keep track of time. They can blink and a year would pass.
Or their kids. Looks
That
at
is
Keynes.
Smacking River in the back of the head again.
Either which way. I've been staring down from the summit, and it has garnered a great deal of concern. At this point, I think my presence was well and asked for. I initially went to your place to find you, but apparently you have already made your way to the center. So, here I am. Here to assist in any way I can.
Good to have you, because we need all the help we can.
Indeed.
Very much so.
You guys runner up on the current circumstances of everything that has happened.
Marion's defenses, the war.
Stevenson begins to kind of contemplate on the possible defenses that could be made available, but also possible loopholes. Lumeria, as far as I remember, did have some minor outer defenses, not magical in base, but given that the entire city is now floating instead of sitting upon land like it once did so long ago, I can only imagine, at least from my perspective, that whatever magic is powering the city is well within the center. You could make it to its outer layers, but once again, you'd be fighting wave after wave if whatever forces that Roya has provided or is in control of.
Do you know of any, like, what defenses did he have back in the day? Any ballistas? Any cannonballs?
Mostly magical, but definitely siege cannons, old mechanics, a lot of internal magical defenses as well. But that was mainly for the main castle. I can't say the same for the outer city.
So going straight for the castle is one of the most dangerous things we can do right now, because he might have those defenses and he's going to shoot down whatever tries to fly, like a dragon or a ship. So we will need to go. If we go on land, we're going to be dealing with the people he sends at us.
Meaning whatever
Right.
risk that you have to take needs to be in base of what assessment you'd be willing to take.
I have a very stupid question. Ducky, how many people can you get in that sphere of yours?
The radius is like 10 feet, so
Anyway,
Can you get people inside of it?
I mean, I can probably get you inside, technically speaking.
No, because I will. Again, my dumb idea is, because this is a very bad one, we could take a ship, we just us in there, and we just crash landed against the castle.
I'm gonna be
While
honest. I'm
while
gonna be
we're
honest.
in the circle.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
be
it's-
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking the same thing. I was
You guys
literally
just
thinking this.
rocket yourselves up to Lumeria.
Just,
That's what I was honestly thinking as well. Like we all we fit as many people into the spear and then just crash into it. That's the only thing I can think of right now. And I thought it was too much of a stupid idea to say anything.
no, I am with you right now. I'm thinking, like, how do we go in there? They're going to shoot us one way or the other, but they can destroy our vessel, but we can be in the invulnerability sphere.
Yep.
well, 10-foot radiuses, I think 9 people could fit into it.
Yep. 9 people or 8 people and 2 small people.
So, to give you guys
Also-
an idea,
Also, I also have an idea.
Go for
Like, if we get to like the outer rims of the city or the continent, and we get to a high enough vantage point, could Daki like use like a what's it called? A fucking spyglass or something. Look closer towards near where, not in the castle, but near it, and then use a teleportation spell for that.
Okay.
Once again, we don't know if he has a physical teleportation.
Yeah.
So if I can show you guys right here. So this outer line is 15 feet. The entire of this template is 20 feet. That inner line is 10 feet.
Oh, we fit in there.
Oh yeah.
So if I may, roll your figures. Oh.
I mean, you don't have to like show off all the figures
Yeah,
right
we
now.
can-
I mean, we get it.
It's clear
We get
fit
it.
there. Unless you're saying we don't. According to... Like, you don't need to take... we are wasting time with the figures.
Yeah.
Yarrow, we're wasting time. Come on.
I know.
Just, we fit.
Totally.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
We fit. We get it. We got it. Good.
Yeah, no, you guys can fit a great deal of people with Daki at its center.
We would just, like... That's the last resort. Like, if we just want to go in there and actually just avoid all this garbage, that's the best thing we can do right now. We would sacrifice a vessel. It's a ship. Who gives a shit?
Yep.
It's better than sacrificing people on the way there. Now, the main thing will be able to like get the ship in the castle. Is it like a courtyard? Like, it's not like just a dome, I'm going to assume, right?
Yeah.
For what it's worth, whatever defenses could possibly be up is pretty much very cylindrical by design.
Yeah, but I'm going to assume this is that courtyard and main entrance. There's all the people.
Yeah.
He did it after all.
Oh. Because you can just go in there blasting Born to be Wild. It would be the most dynamic entry we could do. Just in a flaming vessel explodes and we just come out of this sphere. I'm a big fan of this, but I don't know about you guys.
I mean,
I'm
What is
all
our
for it.
exit plan?
The exit plan is we kill him and then we just imagine what happens after that.
I mean,
well, half of us can fly, so
And we have dragons.
Yep.
exactly. I think flight won't be really much of an issue going on the way down.
Defeating him and getting to him is the hardest part. Getting out, that we can improvise after that.
I mean, is he sustaining the ship using his own magic? Like, is
We
it?
don't know.
The castle is floating. You're not exactly sure what
Yeah.
could cause that, but there are old and ancient spells that pretty much let you just create floating continents back in the day.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't even have to do that. I feel like once we get inside, we could after we defeat him, we could gain control of the castle ourselves. Unless it's nothing convoluted, like he had the castle is tied to his life force, so once he dies, the castle goes.
I guess
Look,
there's only one way to know for sure.
I have expecting to this be a Palpatine situation. We kill him, the entire fleet explodes.
I don't think it's going to be that easy.
No, but I'm going in just thinking about killing him. Everything else is secondary.
I think I may know how to solve your immediate problem. As the princess steps up,
Do you have mana? card?
our resident artificer, Obi, and one of the generals could potentially affix certain objects to a airship in order for you to reach the altitude that you need to. After that, it is totally dependent on whoever is driving and also whoever is willing to risk their lives under the threat of a fire bombardment.
I have been learning a little bit of manning a ship with my own back home, but I don't think I'm that qualified yet. And I don't think the Arakrokas are going to be that willing to sacrifice their lives. They're good. No, wait. What am I thinking?
We do know
They
about
can
glacial trucks.
Yeah, Glacier Trucks. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the best pilot we know. Besides Penis.
Well,
Let's be
whoever
honest,
this
you keep him around because you like saying his name and making him laugh.
It is hilarious.
if you can manage to contact and have this glacial truck commandeer one of ours, I can definitely have Obi Trixton prepare an airship for you all to drive into the side of Lumeria.
We do need
Garo immediately pulls out the stone. Well, I do have a direct contact right here. At least
So
to the crown itself.
Here's the thing. We know we can fit 9 people in that circle, in that sphere, right?
So, with
At
the
least nine.
with the disinclusion of you, because since you are your
total.
size classification, you could
Yeah.
literally stand under somebody and you could make room for another.
Yeah,
So-
okay, sure. Right. I'm thinking basically the space we have for that sphere for the party composition. Because let's say we have 5. We have 5 right now.
Yeah.
Glacier Trucks,
Mhm.
that's 6. Steven, of course, that's 7.
Mhm.
I am hesitating to bring his brother down. Isaac. I'm hesitating because 2
He's
reasons.
not combatant.
Is he not a combatant?
Yeah.
And he's currently a robot, which he may or may not take control over.
So we can still work with Stevenson. So like
Yes.
we still have like 1 slot open for whoever's down for
So
it.
that's 7. You have 8 for Lady
Annalise.
Annalise. So that's 8.
You could potentially either bring Dominic or the Queen of Vale.
If Dominic or if they both are willing to come with us, they can be their own full party in the other side of the
Yeah.
castle.
I'm all for it. I think I definitely like to add Dominic as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
too.
You said we needed a distraction. I'm pretty sure 2 dragons and a pair of high-level spellcasters are a good distraction.
Mhm.
Very much so.
As we make our way through the rest of the castle. Oh
Well then.
damn! We can have our second party going through it. I'm so happy
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
We just blasting in our sphere.
So, all of you will attempt to assault Lumeria by the end of the night, is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Far better than
Yeah.
having it come over the city and crash down on it.
We need to avoid it getting close to it. Like at all costs, it needs to be stopped from getting to the city.
I will then inform Obi Trixton to prepare the airship. You gather whoever you need to gather, and you are all to return here below the city, and we will send you, hopefully, to your final battle.
Do you possess any mages at the moment that can teleport people around?
Some of our court mages would be able to do it, but they are
Arcvania,
limited to...
specifically.
Well, we do. Well, there is that one magic circle within the Grimlock estate. Again, we'll have to talk about that, and he's gonna just hand her the stone, just temporarily.
Basically, just looking for can we secure, go to Arcvania and bring Glacier Trucks with us?
It's certainly
you-
possible.
I will inform Minerva, and she should be able to contact whoever she needs to contact within her state, and we'll begin the final preparations for the night.
There's one
Right.
thing though. The promise of the combat might not be enough. Do we need to secure a gift for Glacier Trucks?
I think I have something right here. He's gonna pull out the Platinum Dragon Orb.
Ooh, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
I tend to have outgrown this, I suppose, both literally and figuratively. I'm sure it'll be a great gift for him.
Very well. Collect whoever you need to collect right now. We'll make our assault tonight. You see as Celia begins to move and Stevenson approaching all of you. It probably would be for the best to leave Isaac here, at least for the time
Question.
being.
I just need to be sure of this. Where the castle is coming from, the sun rising, it's on the sides or it's on the front?
When the sun rises, it will be rising from the north.
Where he's facing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that we could take that into our advantage.
Indeed.
Force him to fire into the sun while we're assaulting him.
So better do it in the morning.
If that's the case, then we best make haste. And Garo's gonna get up.
Alright.
So, we get to assemble. So, we just mostly need Dominic, the Queen of Vale, and pretty much. And I take a year. Indeed.
Mhm.
If that's the case, then I need to make haste now. There's something I need to do if we're doing this tonight.
It's in the morning.
In the morning, but yes.
Yes. Let's try to make sure we are all here by nighttime.
Mhm.
Definitely. I
Alright.
hope.
So, at this point, as you guys begin to split, who's taking what front in order to prepare for the last of the war efforts? As in, who are you going to approach? And I'm assuming Garu is approaching Glacial Trox.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's go
Nis-
with Garu. Let's go Garu Glacier because he's here. Let's wait
Yeah.
for Dominic for Helena because I feel like Helena can help out with Dominic. Or maybe she would want to get she already took care of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
she
Caitlin says she won't be able to make it tonight, unfortunately.
Ah,
Yeah.
So,
sadness indeed.
yeah.
So River would go to Dominic then.
Alright. Helena will
And-
will continue to put in contact with Hassan in order to assure people make it safely underground.
And Cadence,
Yeah.
Can we secure the Queen of Vale with you?
Absolutely.
Alright. Well then, let's start around the
And
table.
The last thing is, if anyone can make contact with the Emerald Enclave to see how they're doing. Just in case.
Shit's fucked, bro.
It's fucked, bro.
Shit's
But,
fucked.
Take care
It's
of Garu
fucked.
first because I need to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Alright. And Daki, who would you like to try and reach out and contact?
I mean, the only person I would like to contact right now is Dominic, but
You can
I'm
come
saying,
along.
yeah,
Okay. Well then, I'll go around the table and we'll commence on how that goes. So Garu, how are you going to try and approach Glacial Trox in this endeavor?
Well, first off, he's gonna contact the Dracovanian princess and just let her know the situation and that he needs to speak to Glacial Trox.
As you speak through the Sending Stone, and a few minutes later you get a message back. He'll be approaching the castle in a few minutes, as I did call for him. You'll be hearing in a moment.
Good to know.
So,
And he's gonna but first, before he does something, before he goes off there to see him, where is Sterling right now? Could he contact him through the ring?
as you do contact him through the ring, he is still in the Metelius household, kind of just kind of keeping things in order.
Sterling,
Yes, Master Garo.
I'm off to meet Glacier Trox. He should be arriving soon. Have you looked into the Palor situation?
As far as the tuning fork can go, it will take you to Elysium, but we can't handle that right now.
Right. I was hoping to get some last minute of power, but I suppose we don't have time. In that case, could you arrange a special order for me?
What would you like me to do?
And I will type that to you, actually.
All right. Sounds good. Oh, hold on. Forgot to close my blinds.
Right, there we go.
Okay, let's see.
And after, like, getting off the comms with Sterling, he's gonna actually unfurl his wings and fly up to the highest point in Orario.
Alright. After a few minutes of back and forth conversation with Sterling, you manage to hear something from the sending stone. And it is a familiar voice, that of one Glacial Trox. I have been called.
You most certainly have. Tell me, Glacia Trox, where are you? There's something you might be interested in seeing.
I have been asked to approach the Queen. I am within the throne room now. So many pretty treasures.
Well, I suppose I'll meet you there then, but I have a little surprise for you afterwards. He's gonna make his way down to like the Queen's to the Queen's room.
I am not within Aurario.
Oh, in Dracovania. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, I got confused there. All right then, scratch that. I guess he's just Well, okay, then I guess he's just going back to the magic. Okay, just roll it back a bit. I guess he's just going back to the magic circle within the fucking Matilia's house, I guess.
Is there any place you would like for me to meet you immediately? I can have Minerva send me there.
How about in the skies?
That's a broad term for something like I.
I would say somewhere above about the castle. How about that? Trust me, you'll see me.
Let's do something a little more discreet. You seem to be making too much of a show of this.
Well, I do have something to show off.
Very well. You hear the stone move from one hand to another. I'll send him to the main castle town, should you so desire. I will need to get some permissions first, but expect Glacial Trox to be within the castle momentarily.
Right. I'll be on my way. And I think he's gonna go through the whole like situation in the magic circle, like pop into the Grimlock house, say hello, and then like go to where the castle is.
No, he's coming to you.
Wait, okay, I'm fucking confused here.
Yeah, you keep.
I thought you were talking.
Okay, Glacial Trox is coming to you. I thought
you meant like the Queen's castle in the fucking Dracovania, because I thought you were talking about Aurario at first.
No, keep in mind, you're in two very different places. He mentions he's at the castle in Dracovania. He is coming to you using teleportation.
Oh, why didn't you just say... Okay, then. Well,
yeah.
Alright. Why did you just said that. Alright.
Yeah, he doesn't know why you're trying to be up in the sky.
Okay, well, let's just fucking roll it back. I just want to show off his wings or something, but let's just, like, fucking time skip back a bit and just like, make it more simple, I guess.
Yeah. He does come through a teleportation circle after a bit of conversations with some of the inner mages. In this approach, you do witness his humanized form as he comes with various magical items along with him. As he looks towards a lot of the court mages, they are freaked out due to this rather large presence. As he comes to you, you said you have something to show me.
Well, that. But first, we have business to discuss. And he's gonna pull out the Platinum Dragon Orb.
My gift.
One in request of your service. Would you like to follow me, please?
And you see as he takes it in hand. Consider this services paid, as he pockets it, and he follows you.
Well, considering what we're up against, you deserve the right to know what exactly we're dealing with. And, like, once we're at the courtroom, or at the fucking courtyard, like, outside the castle, Garu is gonna, like, unfurl his cloak and, like, unfurl his wings. Care to fly with me for a bit?
Very well. And you see as the form begins to expand into the giant ancient white dragon form. A lot of people are freaked out by this, but he does not give a single fuck.
So he's gonna guide him up to like the highest point where where you can see the castle clearly.
Yeah. See as he's looking. Is that what you wish to have shown me? I am aware of its presence.
Yes, but you're not aware of what we intend to do with it. We're planning a direct infiltration. We'll be leaving at dawn and making our attack in the sunrise.
An interesting plan. How so, though?
Well, through the air, mostly. Our main intention was to crash into it ourselves and, like, well, make a miniature assault.
A good plan. For a good hunt.
A very good hunt. Although, what lies inside might be a bit difficult even for us. An entire army of these machines, and along with whatever else the king has in store. We, and you specifically, won't be alone. That's going to be tough.
I see. Then I do think it best to bring me along. I yearn for a good fight.
And so do I. Our enemies are in there. Tell me, Glaciatrox. How closely did you know the king of Dragovania?
We had a mutual agreement. I did not dislike him very much. He was one of the very few who I believed to be a reasonable creature. And he saw the same in me, given my long lineage.
So did I. Despite him thinking that he was my enemy at first for what happened to the Grimwalks, he's actually kind and understanding. We were gone for a full year. I feared what happened to my family, but he kept his promise the entire time. They were perfectly safe. But now the king is dead, and I can't let that slide.
Over the hundreds of years that I knew him, the places that he has given me, the treasures he has provided, the hunt that I was allowed to have, to appease me. Promises made, promises given, promises kept. I too feel that sentiment.
Well then, I promise you this. During this last glorious hunt, the Lumerian won't be walking out alive. Whether it's by my sword or someone else's. And I'm glad to have you there by our side. Just be ready for a fight, will you?
I look forward to it. Let us return. I would like to hear more of this assault.
Indeed. Let's. And I guess he's just gonna fly down. Or, like, at least soar down. Although along the way he's gonna, by the way, could you give me some pointers on how to use these things?
And he begins to detail on how to naturally use wings. It's basically the longest history lesson of what it is to be a dragon ever.
And I take it we're doing that as we're going all the way down, just like
Yeah.
like probably circling around the city since it's taking so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people a little freaked out, but considering that this dragon hasn't assaulted the city at all, kind of gathered that there's something much more bigger going on. So, River and Daki, you guys are heading to Dominic's place.
Okay. I'm wondering if he'll even do this.
What do you mean?
I mean, asking him to help us on like a life or death mission on this scale. Do you really think he'll be willing to help us?
He has done so before. You were not here when that happened, but he helped us go to another plane of existence to try to gather an item. The experience itself was good enough for him, and the adventure was also one for his books.
You lost me at plane existence. What? What?
Well, and she's going to point at the Raven Queen armor. This thing we had to go to the underworld, basically. We had to go to the Shadowfell.
Oof.
And it was only with his help that we were able to do it. Granted, he did it for some business transaction, but I can imagine that, you know, the adventure was also good for him. And not to mention, he either it's a bit of a ultimatum, but either he helps us or everyone dies. So
That is true. True. Besides, it seemed like he has a good sense of responsibility, especially after the last time we went there. Okay, let's find him again.
yeah, let's just try to keep our hands to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
As you guys make it to Arvello's arcane assets, you can see Dominic staring over a wooden crate that he is kind of just laying his hand on top of and just thinking it over. Friends.
Is the shop like emptied? Like she's been like.
The shop is... A lot of things here are not on display, and for a purposeful reason.
Hey there, Dominic, going somewhere?
I thought about staying behind and protecting who I needed to protect, but I also feel enticed to walk beyond the walls and fight for the first time in my life.
Well, that's a good sign already.
The first time. Do you remember you helped us?
I do.
Speaking of which, you want to fight? Because we have a plan.
Looks at both of you. I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Mm.
As you see as he opens the box, my family had created this shop long before I was born. He pulls out the cane, and you can see it is this long metallic cane with a curved top and a bright diamond-like gem sitting in the center of it. This was my great-grandfather's when he first created his magnum opus. I'm not sure what it can do, and I feared that if I touched it, or if I did something wrong, I would destroy it. But I will bring it with me. If this is the last stand, I will bring it with me.
I'm pretty sure you will make your grandfather proud.
Yep.
I've seen you in action.
Also, Dominic, so apparently she looks sheepishly to the right. I don't know how to use detect magic. Can you show me how to use that spell?
It's a simple, it's a simple task as he pulls out one of his books and he details it to you. You can write it down in your spell book should you so desire. He does provide you with everything that you need to in order to research the spell.
Okay. And into my spell.
I rely Dominic what the plan is going to be. Like the two parties, the very risky crash, while the Dracovania army helps with the destruction of the rest of the armies.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, a bit of a risky one, but hey, we intend to go for the risky step.
What would a plan be without risk? Very well.
Right, huh?
Allow me to grab a few things from the library before I head to the main castle then. There are certain benefits due to my pull with them. It will definitely help us in the future.
Very well. We'll be meeting you at nighttime. We will attack in the morning.
Very well.
We need to leave tonight, so we get there by the morning. Yeah, if I get that correctly, or something like that.
Yeah. You launch by daybreak.
By daybreak.
All right.
Very well.
Alright, cool.
Thank you, Dominic.
See you there.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Yes, it has. And you can see as he begins to pack up a few things into a small bag, grabbing the cane and making his way to the library. Canis.
Yep.
You return home in order to find Lacilia, as she is currently not in the bed that you have left her.
Is she still in the house?
She's not in the house.
Going across the street to check if she's with her mother.
You walk across the street and the gate is open as well as one of the doors. As you enter, you can hear a shouting match between two women. And you also see a Tiffany Hope sitting at the bottom of the stairs, kind of just looking depressed.
I'll go sit with her. So how long has this been going on? At least today.
A little while. Mom's
Is this every
scared.
time they visit?
She nods her head.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Mom is always so busy. Sister is always away. It's hard to pass the time. And Mom is scared.
I can understand that. You don't have anyone around here, do you?
Let's see, this small tiefling girl just nod her head no. She's strangely awkward in this situation. It's a small child that doesn't fully comprehend what's going on, but yet very aware of this heart-dropping feeling as if everything is going bad.
Candace will put her arm around her.
She lets you. You hear the words, "Why are adults so scary?"
Because a lot of scary things happen to them. Sometimes they feel like that's the best way to deal with it.
You can hear a slight amount of holding back tears from Symphony. And almost terrified of what's to come. After a few moments pass, you can hear the footfalls of the heels of Lycilia as she enters the room. Canis. Symphony.
Good day. He'll get up and properly greet her.
Hopefully things weren't too outspoken. If you wouldn't mind, I want to speak to my sister for a moment.
By all means. He'll give them some privacy.
And as you leave the foyer and to the yard, a few moments pass before Lycilia closes the door behind her and stands next to you.
Family reunions.
There are people that you just simply can't pacify.
If that's the way you've been going about it may be because you're using the wrong approach. But I didn't come here to discuss your family matters. Sadly.
As much as I would like to discuss those sorts of things with at least somebody, I do understand that there is currently a greater threat.
How much would you like to help with it?
Any amount that I possibly can. I was almost killed by the man, of course.
Well, personal vendetta is always a good start. Me and the rest of my friends are planning an assault directly against him. We plan on taking our airship and crashing into him and bringing along however many people we can with us.
Crashing?
It's a rather bold attempt, but yes.
I don't suppose that I can do anything about that, but if you have means to assure a form of protection, I can assure that my blades will be there.
The plan does involve having a pair of wizards with us and a pair of dragons, so we'll more than likely be safe on the landing.
That will probably do. Very well. Where do we meet? Where do we meet?
Most likely at my home. And it will be this morning that we make the assault.
I'll need to do some final preparations. I won't have all my equipment, but at least I can depend on you for whatever I do need.
Would you like to take a look in the family vault? Surely something that you'd use in there.
I'm sure I would. you can see as she begins to walk with you, discuss more, and as the final preparations for the plans begin, the day comes closer to the end, and you guys see as the city in the sky begins to rise further higher and closer towards all of you. As the night begins to set, you all converge into the main city castle. All of you standing within the throne room. You can see as each individual that you have asked for is well equipped and prepared. And the plan is openly discussed as you guys see a halfling individual as he approaches. Vital preparations are complete. The airship that you had asked for, as well as some slight modifications, have been made. Should you wish to make any last prayers, I do them now, and we'll be having you all sent out by dawn. He relays.
One more prayers.
Yep. As he prepares the last little bits that you guys will need, you guys will rest for the night here within the castle. Everything okay?
God, I have expected the Queen of Vale to come out of the vault holding Starbreaker. Oh,
Okay.
dang, there's the vendetta. Oh, Starbreaker, you bitch.
What's under that giant tarp you have in your vault? Oh yeah, we're gonna be bringing that.
Oh, yeah. Ah, shit.
Oh yes, and your iron golem.
Yeah, we're
I-
bringing that.
Yeah.
We gotta use it somehow.
Do we just see the tarp walking by itself?
Yes.
Yeah, as you basically clambering onto its back, Canis, kind of to get a feel for it, as it lumbers through this iron golem. Just it basically rumbles the cobblestone beneath its feet, as you guys manage to set and prepare every bit that you possibly can. The last possible day.
God, you know,
So I have this.
but what is that?
What does it do?
It is an iron golem.
You unfrailed it? You make a little...
Unveil it. Yes.
It's-
Dominic and I made this.
Are you got a baby?
Sure, let's call it that.
What does it... Okay, I need to know. What does the iron golem look like?
It is, I mean,
Like, does it
figure-wise,
look like from the book, or did Canis do something to it?
it would often look like what it would be for the book, except for the fact that this thing is made out of pure platinum. An iron
so
golem with various platinum bits, and as much as you could possibly detail the two combined logos of the Metilius household as well as the Arvello Arcane Assets symbol. It is a magnificent piece of work. It has remained untouched, unbattled, and you can see the deep
Pristine.
blue glowing like magic that emanates from this creature.
Jesus, Canis?
I wish the design to be more utilitarian. Dominic, however, decided to embellish a little.
A little?
I mean, well, for obvious reasons, this thing is going to be acting as an amazing guardian to the lot of you.
It
Well,
feels
I'm
like-
sure it looks great.
It feels like you can buy the castle with it.
Believe me, I could have.
Oh,
Ooh.
I could destroy the entire world with this fucking thing.
Besides, after seeing how much two of them could maul us for the sake back in... Where was it? The Temple of Cord we fought these two things.
So,
We did.
It was the
I
Temple of
suppose having-
Palor.
It was-
Palor.
Right, it was the Temple of Palor. Besides,
Oh, that
having
seems
simply-
familiar.
Having simply one of these things with us would be quite helpful.
mm-hmm.
Grab them in each
Well, I'm not disagreeing.
I'm pretty sure Garu at least feels the damn thing when it walks around.
Oh yeah, you can hear his footsteps.
God, it's just the freaking berserk clunking sword.
Do you
Man.
feel that? I taste that.
There it is.
Yeah.
Wait,
There you
can
go.
Put it next to. Can you put that next to a river?
Comparative to River, yes.
Take a look at that. Take a look at
It's up to the damn thing's ankle. She's smaller than.
River is right there.
Teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Unfortunately, it will not make it into the globe of invulnerability, but I don't think that would matter much.
Is it immune to non-magic damage or just resistant?
No, it's fucking no. Think of it like Titanfall. How about that?
No, if it's immune to non-magical damage, that means gravity can't deal damage to it. It just slams into the ground.
For zero landing.
This thing comes in like the fucking Hulk Buster.
Dun, 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 dun. God, we keep going down playing Born to Be Wild in the stereo. This thing lands with the freaking Iron Man theme song. We're gonna get so copyrighted, man.
I fucking wish.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm a big fan of this thing. It's huge. Does it have a name?
That's up to Canis.
I never quite thought of a name for it.
I made this robot to hug me instead of my dad.
I was unsure whether or not I'd be needing to use it. But considering the current circumstances...
Hogmaster 5000. Nah.
I think the Dragon's Maw would fit perfectly.
Dragon's Maw.
Dragon's Maw. Oh, that's strong.
I need to paint some flames on the side. Paint it in red. It goes faster.
Put flames on it. At least it makes me look like I'm going faster.
You know what? I'm realizing this is going to be our last meal. Well, I'm not saying it's going to be, but it's more than likely might be.
Well, at least you can be optimistic.
Hey. I'm going in ready to die.
Helena kind of just raising her glass of
Uh.
wine. The last final glass of possibly good wine.
I'm sure we'll make it out.
Indeed. There's still a lot I gotta deal with. And I'm sure the rest of you do too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. I think.
You know, if I had gotten the chance, just more time, I would have gone back to Low Vandal and just destroy Arcer's world.
Duly noted.
Why would you want to do something like that to him? That sounds awful.
Awful, indeed. Well, when talking about last regrets, Garu, what's the last thing you wish you had time to do?
I don't know. Learn how to read.
Be able to see if it will be the first thing to get there.
Yeah.
A problem that will seem trivial to fix comparative to what we're about to do.
Well, if we can get that done first, then things are looking up for me, I suppose. For the rest of us.
What about
Man,
you,
I really-
Deki? Any final regrets?
I guess my only regret is letting my curiosity get the better of me with the Bloodhunters. If I haven't paired up with them, I probably wouldn't. My mind wouldn't have been messed up for several months. But at the same time, I got to meet you guys. So no, I don't have any regrets.
I mean, like things you wish you could do before all of this. Like, had you had more time?
However, I'm pretty. Other than the situation with the Bloodhunters, I don't really have loggers in my life. The only regret I had is eating in bed. That's my biggest regret.
Did that ever come out?
Ducky starts sweating. Ducky starts
I haven't gone to the bathroom in 2 years.
Ducky starts sweating. Canis, what about you?
What about you?
What about you?
I'm unsure about regrets, but all my life I've never felt like I've really had a choice of where to go or what I wanted to do. But after we finish this, I think all of that is going to completely change. Whether or not I win or lose, everything afterwards is my choice.
Is there anything you wish that you could have done before all of this? Before, if you had more time before the final fight?
Perhaps start a family.
I hear you there, brother. Tiny baby Canis is running around. What about your dragon?
I guess he's the first one.
And Helena, what about? Oh, damn it! She's flat as a cardboard cutout right now.
Yes, the cardboard cutout of the missing player.
Damn
I
it.
regret not finding the bandit rat.
Bandit rat! We did. He was okay, I guess.
God, I wish I could. I just want to know. I'm so upset she's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We say we are going to hear that in the morning.
You guys will find out once you are in Lumeria.
Yeah, next week we can have a little bit of roleplay at the beginning for Helena.
Yeah.
What about you, Sterling?
Oh,
Anything
far
you
as-
wish you could have done before all of this?
I don't know. Probably not get into politics, really.
Cheers to that. He's
Amen
gonna
to-
like lift the
Amen
glass.
Amen to that.
I wanted to be an artist.
I wanted to be a star.
No, I think I would have enjoyed a little bit of adventuring myself. Find a nice house on the lakeside. Who knows? Might still be something that I could do.
That sounds wonderful, Sterling.
Is anyone else here in the table?
Oh yeah, practically everyone that is associated with you is, or at least what will be happening tomorrow is all here.
What about you, Dominic? Any final regrets? Things you wish you could do before all this? It's a sharing circle time.
Yes. As far as regrets go, never falling in love. I'm the last of my line.
I think we're in trouble.
Just so busy. You know, running a shop, exploring, finding new magical items, trying to avoid as many responsibilities as I can until I was a part of the council here, but no, I don't think I ever fell in love with anyone.
It's that money, right?
Money is a great love, but it does not get you laid very often. Unless that is something unless
Down.
you found your unless you
Down.
decided to visit the local brothels any which way.
Wait, what's a brothel?
You don't need
It's a
to know
place
about
full of
that.
very nice women.
I give you a massage, Gary.
Can we visit? Can we visit brothel sometime, Garu?
Sure, I might be able to go to the one I went last time.
You can see as Dominic is kind of just nodding his head. Let's see, Madame Elise, not a lot of regrets, no. I think whatever it is I ever put my mind to, I always did.
Maybe more time for yourself instead of taking care of someone else's child. Looks kindness.
That has never been a regret. It's been interesting to raise a hatchling into at least something against the normal nature of red dragons.
How is that going on, by the way? It's been like, what, 2 years since last we were here?
Well, Benedictus has been learning, and also learning a lot about magic, as well as various other interesting details about the world, but has often been very close in the nature of understanding things. Looking at Canis, I think he'll begin to understand the importance of the world once he realizes what his father would do in order to protect it.
I could only hope.
Glacial
I'm glad
Trox.
you're doing well.
Glacial Trox as he
What
he
about you,
steps
big
up.
man?
I would have enjoyed sitting on a sailboat with not a single iota of land to see in sight. Walk the wall, climb the tower. Sleep. Just a little bit longer.
One of the few pleasures in life, huh?
Macho Man just wants to buy a boat.
Oh yeah!
He's just like knee up, looking at the ocean. I should buy a boat.
It's time to go fishing, brother.
Oh, fishing! I always wanted to go fishing.
I would have enjoyed probably making one good mortal friend. And he looks
One
at
good what?
Garu. One good mortal friend.
Hmm.
And he looks at Garu. I think that goal might have been slightly achieved.
Cheers to that.
He's gonna raise a glass.
Mycelia, as she looks around. My only regret is that I wish I took my sister with me. And again, if she was there with me, I probably would have lost her in the siege. Maybe I can take her after this.
Very true. What was something you wanted to do before, this fight? How you had more time?
I really wish I learned how to play the lute.
I thought you did.
Unfortunately, even though my family is from a long line of very interesting bards, I focused more on blood magic.
which has led me down the path where I am now.
Well, can we all make it out of here? Here's hoping we can accomplish some of our unfinished businesses.
As you all raise your glasses one last time after this magnificent meal. Glacial Troc, by the way, ate a majority of the food because he's a hungry boy.
Oh, I'm fighting him for the chicken meat every now and then.
Oh yeah, no, you two have many arguments over who's getting what food where. The final night comes to a close. The thought and dreams that come to all of you, the ideas that will come to pass, as all of you wake up just before dawn. You are all led by guards beneath the castle. And you can see as the final construction of your guys' airship. And what you see are two large magical crystals that have been implanted towards the back, as well as the four that remain below the decks in order to initiate flight. But the ones behind this are deep glowing red. As all of you begin to approach and board, you see as Glacial Troc's beginning to reach to the top of the wheel, getting a feel for it. Canis, before you enter the ship, you're stopped by the princess. A moment, if you will.
Yes, of course.
I was made aware at a certain point you were a potential suitor for I.
That would be correct, yes.
There is no prince. And much to how I would like to believe that I could be a good queen, I risk the idea that our entire way of life will fall should this not succeed, and should I not find a possible suitor. Whenever the time were to come, I don't think it would be you.
A wise decision. With much of the responsibility I have, I doubt tying myself to a single kingdom would be a good idea.
Perhaps one day we will come to a mutual agreement in the sense that you gather your own responsibilities. We will converge.
One can only hope. I wish you luck in the future.
I wish you luck as well, Master Metilius.
She gives you one last pat on the shoulder before taking a step back as you board the ship, along with all your friends and allies. As you guys...
Before we actually head on, did that order actually come through by all, by any chance?
Unfortunately, no. Not with the time that you have, and also on top of that, a lot of things happening in this city is kind of just not going to make that possible.
Alright.
Yeah, I do apologize. Alright. As you guys see the bay doors begin to open towards the side of the castle, as you see several individuals pulling it apart, you guys begin to hear the low rumbles of the airship begin to pacify, and in a moment's notice, you guys begin to slowly move out. As you begin to hit the open skies, as you pass through the entirety of the city, you begin to climb. You hear from the top of the deck, "I've received instruction on what to do next. I recommend all of you holding on for dear life."
Okay. We're getting to the good part. Sorry, I just got a new puppy, so I was trying to take care of him.
Yeah.
Dog.
Mhm.
Gotta get this the safe lines to everyone.
Oh.
Tying everyone with ropes.
Yep.
Mm,
Regardless, the moment you do the sphere is going to cut them. So, the idea is not to fall.
Could just have the Iron Golem carry the sphere.
That's who. That's who.
Oh god.
And I did just check. It's immune to non-magical bludgeoning, so gravity in it slamming into anything doesn't hurt it.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awesome. You can just fall from the sky and be fine.
Yep.
Let's literally just Titanfall it. Come on. Let's go.
Okay. Just a moment.
Just going. One brings shadow, one brings the light.
Line, two-tone echoes from late time.
The hell are you two on about?
Oh, but this is 14.
Shadowbringers.
I'm gonna play Born to be Wild on my end.
Let me see.
Gotta let you down. Gotta let you down.
Dog.
Boogie.
Down
Boogie.
on my left for a little bit.
Okay. Unfortunately, that will not work, so that is perfectly fine. I was kind of hoping for it, but
What?
I had something for
What?
all of you. Because none of my speakers are acting the way that I want them to.
Oh,
Damn.
something happened.
One of those nights.
Mm,
Let's see.
what's he?
I am depending on Alex Rowe for this.
What are you doing though?
You'll see. Or you'll hear in about a minute. There we go. Come on, baby.
Can you imagine the freaking Marine is like, oh man, I cannot wait for them to go through the, like, I have my armies ready on the towns and all around, they're gonna have to go through. And we just, motherfucker starts crashing into his castle. It's the least people would expect.
It worked for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah?
Yep. And work for Goran Logan as well.
Oh yeah.
As all of you begin to grab hold of ropes, as all of you feel the immediate surge as a click of a lever, and you see the two giant crystals behind the airship ignite and burst into fire and thrust all of you at an inconscionable amount of speed and thrust, as you see Glacial Trox holding on to the wheel as hard as he can. Within a few moments, you guys begin to see as you are now approaching towards the bottom end of Lumeria, as the wind is rushing and whipping from behind you. In a few moments, you begin to see several burning balls of fire beginning to rain down towards this ship. As it does, I need all of you, including everyone on the ship, to make dexterity saving throws, and I'll account for Elena in a second.
Dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this matters at this point, but was it possible to get a hero's feast before leaving?
I'll say yeah.
What does that do again?
A couple buffs for like a full day, as well as a couple temporary hit points for the day.
Oh.
Like, I remember one of the things it adds is just immunity to fear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's about the image I imagine. All right, so of course Helena having 11 is gonna have a 27. All right, so going around the table, Garu.
Saving throw, right?
Yep. Dexterity saving throw.
That is gonna be a fucking 28 for me.
Okay, River.
I forgot my die. Give me 1 second. You want me to say what's going to be RP? Is I just completely ignore my die. Dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
Saving throw, that's going to be 21? 21?
21. All right, Helena already has a 28. Canis.
It's low enough that I'm gonna say I'm just gonna burn a charge from the Ring of Evasion right now.
Okay. And Daki.
22.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
And as per the rest of the crew, everyone does make their check. As you guys hear the burning of the thrusters beginning to slightly die out as you guys are getting closer and closer towards Lumeria, as the wheel slightly turns in order to avoid each bombardment left and right. You guys feel the sway and pull as you guys finally make it up over the edge, as you guys see for the first time up close Lumeria. Down below you see hordes of mechanical bodies standing and throwing down pieces of fire, shrapnel, anything. As you guys hear the last of the engines begin to... and the airship goes into free fall over Lumeria. As all of you begin to see the ground become closer in your approach, Daki.
Mm-hmm.
You cast Glove of Invulnerability, correct?
Yepers.
Alright. In a few moments, as all of you begin to huddle together, as all of you are holding on to the sides of the ship, getting towards the center, everyone piles closer towards Daki, as Glacial Trox just manages to pull himself over and just jump into at the last possible second as the Globe of Invulnerability surrounds all of you. And in an instant, all you hear is the last sounds of a massive booming crash. As all of you are tumbled and thrown about, the Globe of Invulnerability ends.
Wait, was the golem holding us?
The golem is currently rising through the burning rubble and embers of your airship as all of you are coming to violently
Superhero landing.
violently making your guys' approach.
Just dynamic entry pitch.
With that, you guys now reside in the lower district of Lumeria.
Oh, we didn't make it to the castle. Still good.
Hey, the crazy idea worked.
Close enough.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now standing at pretty much the foothold gates of the castle, you begin to hear a voice. An excellent attempt. And this time, it's not just one source. As you begin to see several mechanical faces beginning to approach. My expectations have somewhat been met. My apologies.
I expected him to go, what the fuck?
However, you've all approached just in time. However, I really wish none of you were here to begin with. And hear each mechanical face kind of peering out. You can see this low red burning energy through both the eyes and the mouths. Look upon my city. Look upon my people. Look at what was abandoned by the gods. Once perfect, now dilapidated and torn. I will continue my assault on your pathetic city, just as a reminder that I am here. Approach if you like. Get as close as you want. When I'm done, there'll be nothing to defend.
Blah, blah, blah. Talks too much. Just need to show action instead of talking. Instead of bragging most of the times.
You begin to see as there are hordes of these mechanical bodies beginning to approach all of you.
Love the sound of his own voice, and we need to keep moving.
Alright. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, do we have a path?
Straight to the castle, I guess.
All right, then.
Steven?
As Steven begins to look around, quick assessment. We're not going to be able to just fight through all of these things. I get a strange feeling that this is not going to end well. And you can see he's pulling at the shield from behind his back and drawing his blade.
Then let's forge a path through force. And Garu is gonna pull from under his cloak. He's gonna pull out the figurine, the marble elephant, and he's gonna throw it. He's going to throw it out and summon it.
The elephants, the iron golem, and 2 lions.
Alright. So, as you throw down each of your figures, you see these 2 massive golden lions as well as this giant, bold, gray elephant begin to take form. You see some of the machinery as these warforged creatures begin to take a step back before reasserting to get closer towards all of you.
Move forward! Forge a path! He's gonna command the elephant.
You know all you hear is and just begin to
So
begin to kind of just brah, brah.
The elephant, the golem behind him, the 2 lions on the side, and then the 2 dragons doing dragon breath. This is a painting on the side of a band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And just to make it even more radical, we still have a griffin that we could use. That we could use, but I'm saving it just in case.
Yeah.
So, under these circumstances, as you guys begin to forge your path onward, your assault on the city of Lumeria begins. And as much as I really wish I had more time and information, that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's episode. Is your opening assault onto Lumeria.
No, I got
Oh,
Oh,
guess it must have been something to do with dog. What the
More than
dog
likely.
doing?
yeah.
What the dog doing though?
Mainly because I don't want to leave out Caitlin.
Of course.
Two,
Yeah.
two, I need to finish 3D printing all my stuff, and then finally also the there's a lot more to do.
I didn't expect for us to go to the island right away in this session. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Fuck it, let's go.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
We're already doing it live. All right, so that is where we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's episode. Before we end, we're gonna go ahead, do some quick announcements, and then say our goodbyes, and seeing you all next week. Oh God, you guys are there. You're almost there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I'm
Oh,
shaking. All right, so
I was like, in my mind, I was expecting this guy to be like, what the fuck? What the hell did I do? What the hell did he just do?
did the impossible, broke the unbreakable.
row, fight the power.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, as for announcements, I released a video on Friday. I made a Journey to Japan video talking about Japanese vending machines as well as their culture of convenience. So if you guys are interested in that, hey, don't forget to check it out. And also on top of that, I will be in Joe Cat's game for Belkinus Necro Hunt. You guys will see me being a gunslinging Asamar boy, which I've been playing for the past 5 sessions. I look forward to this upcoming week. There will be a video this Friday. It will be a breakdown video of How to Be an Adventurer Episode 10. I'm really excited to show you guys the little intricate details that went into making it, as well as a commentary, a writer's room commentary with me and Ethan talking about, with me and him talking about the episode and just our perceptions of things, and we were really excited to have that up very soon. And also, I think I'm gonna be officially starting another D&D game as a player relatively soon. I know it's roll for damage. I just don't know if it's starting just yet because things happened last week that prevented us from playing. So hopefully this week, we'll see.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. And that's it for me. Boo, how you now?
Hey there, how's it hanging, everyone? For announcements, I don't really have anything that interesting. Like, just the standard fare, like, still working on the comics, still making updates, still posting whatever, but I will be opening for commissions later this week, so, keep that in mind if you want something from me, because due to some other circumstances, I'm going to be opening a lot of slots, more often, so, keep an eye out for that. And that's all I got. Brecky, how's it going?
Hey, I'm Bracky, aka Bracky Soit. I play the River the Halfling Fighter. I play games and do doodles at twitch.tv/BrackySoid, where you can find me more often than not doing art or playing Final Fantasy XIV. Let's see how things go. On my end, I don't really have anything big or new to announce other than that. So, Caitlin is not here, but you can find Caitlin at CaitlinC37 on Twitter, where she
And
does
on
art and commissions and stuff.
Yeah. And
Mal.
take it away.
Well, I don't really have much to announce either, but you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/Sir_Malric, where I occasionally stream whichever game really strikes my fancy at the time. And you can find my Twitter directly below my name there at Sir Malric. That's all I got.
And last but not least, Die.
Yo, this is Dai Tomodachi. Over at Dai Tomodachi 6, play as Daiki. Don't really have any announcements yet. At the moment, because KWC will be taking a slight break until mid-August, we're doing a short Zelda month thing. I'm also focusing on the Gohanverse movie, which will come out August 15th, as well as an announcement for a project I've been working on for a year now, and I can't wait to fucking reveal it because people kept asking me about it. So hopefully I'll be dropping an announcement for that in the coming weeks. Also dealing with a new doggy, so that's gonna be fun.
All right. Well then, I guess that's gonna be everything. I really apologize for a short episode, but kind of had to go about the way we needed to go about things. That being said, as always, thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us, for stopping by, and we love you so very much. And as always, hopefully, we'll see you next Sunday. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Laters.
Boy.